This is a live demo on how to create a surface inspection with Trimble Access. Let's go. Okay, we are live for it's the first live session of how to play Trimble Virtual World, and I have currently a data set from UK, so I'm going to use that. So all the world has been already created, so we are going to jump right into it to have a quick look at it. And so what I'm going to do, at the same time, I'm going to use Trimble Access and do a couple of functionality, then I will explain. So at the same time, I will do both sides, okay? So this data set is an underpath under a railway, which was captured by a company called Sensory. They do photogrammetric. And so this model was bring inside the virtual world. And we have used as well a couple of assets from the 3D warehouse. So the light post, there is a couple of traffic cone around. I did place as well some monitoring. So I'm not going to do the monitoring setup right now. I will do another live demo for that, okay? I did add a bit of a street art, so we can look at the intensity. How is it going to come in? I did put recently my new target as well, so coded target, and I have a couple of control points. And so here we have our character for the day. Okay, so I don't know, I'm not an expert in the coordinate system in London, so I just took a basic one. I'm going to use matrix because I don't understand fit, and I'm not sure why UK still use some of this stuff. So I'm going to use matrix. I did set up all my parameters. I'm actually going to use as well my feature library, and I will explain a couple of the stuff I use. And that's going to be pretty much everything. I'm not going to do any detail on the configuration. So I probably need to call it. I'm going to call it live demo. Don't know how to spell it. Okay, perfect. So let's get right into it. I'm going to go back to the main menu, leave. I'm going to the Learn tab. And I'm going to say launch. So on the left, we play Virtual World, and I'm going to use my Xbox controller. You can always use a keyboard, but I have better control. I really prefer doing it with my Xbox. And on the right, there is Trimble Access, and we can see then we have already connected to our GPS. There is a couple of videos online where you can see how to connect that. I'm not going to go through this procedure. We have turned on the layer, so inside the map we can see the Trimble map. So you can really pick whatever you want. If you don't want any background, feel free to turn it off. And I'm going to go to the transparency. I'm going to bring a bit of transparency. I like to see through my data set, and I like to have my map as really the context. We can zoom, we can see then all data is coming pretty close to where we are, and we are ready to go play. So what's going on here? We have a control marker right over here, so that's going to be our first one, and there is another one on the other side, okay? And so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set up and measure my control point. So I just came on the site, I need to measure this point. I need to establish my coordinate, and I'm going to start that, okay? So I'm going to place it over the mark. I'm going to do the easy way. You can really start playing with how to set it up, you know. If you want try to create some error, you can do that. Me, I'm going to do the place over. So let's get started. We are going to connect to our GPS. Yeah, look at that, boom. Okay, so we are going to use, so I did a, first point, I'm going to call it, yeah, I can call it like that, that's fine. The name does not matter too much to me. It's going to be a control point, and my control point, so I already have like a feature library, and I'm going to say survey mark. Okay. Oh, right, yes, survey mark. I might call it survey mark. Yeah, that should be fine. So I can use it as a observe control point, and I'm going to go to the option, and I'm going to drop that directly to 10. Okay, number of measure. In the virtual world, we don't simulate kind of like the noise, so you can do a one measure to 1,000 measure, you will get the same result. Okay, so let's get started. Up, and I'm going to say the antenna, so you can find your antenna right over there, and I'm going to say 2.446. The difference, this antenna, it's the we have a couple of data on the antenna. It's actually the APC. Okay, every instrument usually have a different height, so to make it simple, we said measure to the APC. In reality, it's a bit more harder. We know that there is still like some functionality to be enhanced, but to make it easy for you, use the the APC, antenna phase center, and I'm going to say measure. And now he's going to take all my measurements. Where am I? I zoom a little bit. And I'm going to say store. Let's go to this. I'm going to use my feature library symbol. You are going to see. Do you see how does it transform the point to the feature code I'm using and the symbol I tie to them? That's what's happening there. Perfect. I'm going to move to my other side. I know that usually you don't sprint or you get a bit tired on site, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to gain some time and get straight to my point over there. Bingo. Look at that. And I'm going to place it over the mark. Okay. So you see there is maybe a little bit of error on the placement, but that's okay. That's part of the game when you do surveying, mainly with a rod. So the rod at the moment is perfectly level. Usually, you know, you have a bit of wobbly while you are doing the surveying. Okay, and up here my points are measured. We're up here with that. That's my 2 control points. And so I'm going to start to do a station setup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say measure and my survey. Okay. And inside, don't need to power it off, but inside I'm going to find my GPS and I'm going to turn it off. Okay. So now we are like fully into total station mode. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to deploy my SX12, okay? So I'm going to deploy it on the other side, right here. I have my traffic cone, so I'm going to use them as well. I'm going to open my tools. That's the new functionality we implement. I'm going to deploy a tripod, and I'm going to move my tripod, okay? I might want to get, you know, the view up. How does that work? And so now I'm using the control, the left one to really do what we call strafing. Do you see how does the character dance pretty much? And that allows you to have a bit more precision. Or again, you can do press the A button, so you can click on it, or you can use the keyboard to do that. And now what we need to do, we need to place our SX12, and now the SX12 is placed right on top of it. Okay, I'm quite happy about that, and I'm getting the connection. That is because all the config have been already set up inside Trimble Access. So setting connection, you will need to activate the debug mode. So let's get started. I'm going to say measure, and I'm going to pick SX station setup. We can see then we have the live stream. I'm going to say happy with that. Maybe I'm going to put a couple of traffic cones just around in case someone walk into my tripod. Okay, so just going to keep everyone safe. I have as well a foot on the one of the legs of my tripod to be on the road, so I really want to make sure no one gets hurt. So what's my point? So my first point is this one, and my target height, so it's right over here, is going to be 2.23. Okay, 223. Sorry, almost made an error. What's the height? The true height, so it's really taken from the top of the target. So let's place it over. It seems to be my character is kind of sliding. There is gravity impacting, so the character is kind of falling back. Whoa, a bit shaky today. What's happening to him? He's a bit tired. It's a big day, it's sunny, you know. It's not happening often in London. And perfect, I'm happy with that. And so you remember I set up the function key earlier? Oh, I should have, no, that's the wrong function key, sorry. I'm going to change it. I think it's in the SX12, no. Camera, toggle camera. Toggle video and map. That's the one I wanted. Sorry. Let's accept. Okay. So I'm going back to my measure. And so when I click on F2, you see it's going to switch between the map and the camera. That's what I really wanted. Okay, so my total station, we have already taken the height, so we are going to say 1.543. And say enter, accept, and I'm going back to my map, and my point is this one. Height, we have 2.223. Now I'm going to do an angle and distance, okay? Let's get my character placed a little bit better. A bit shaky today, huh? That's okay. We are going to do... Oh no, I'm going to flip tracking. Let's see what we get. Whoa, yeah. Pretty much on point. We might have a small error around 7mm in elevation. That's okay. I'm happy with that. So, flipped into tracking. I get my correct target. Yeah, it was pretty good. Perfect. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to start by a scan. So I'm quite interested to do a demonstration of scanning. So I'm going to go straight to measure scanning. And so there is quite a lot of different configuration you can do with the scanner. I'm going to zoom out. I might just switch a small setting to improve my PC. Play, and I'm going to move it to fast. Close it. So we are going to do a quick scan. So what do we want to scan around here? So let's say we want to get the wall over there. We might want to get, maybe we'll do, let me see. I will not want to do a half dome. Yeah, okay, I get it. I'm going to do the corner one, okay? That's going to mean I need to pick 2 points of my rectangle, and we are going to set that. And I'm going to stop it right there. Oh, but I did click on the corner, sorry. I'm going to use a joystick, and I might do probably somewhere there. No, to go way higher. I could be a bit higher. Look at that, perfect. I'm going to get even the beam there. I might get a bit of extra data on the side there. It's okay. I could have done a polygon, but I'm okay with that. So now we want to decide what is the spacing we want. So really the close points are not going to be a clear representation of what you get. So I found maybe like a midpoint. I know I'm going to do another setup. Let's walk to it. I'm probably going to do another setup around here, you know, somewhere right there. So I know then around this area, I will have another high density. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say a course, and I'm going to take a distance. And you are going to see how this is going to, from the distance you get, you update your spacing. So it really gives you some very useful information on the data you're going to get. So you see 25 millimeter. I mean, that's pretty good, huh? 25 millimeters plus the overlap. That's a lot of information. Primarily now it's quite close. I'm going to do an overview. That's perfect. And okay, so let's go. Let's get into starting. And I think I will meet you once it's finished. It will take apparently 7 minutes. So see you later. Okay, we're back. Now the scan has been completed. Just loading everything, and look at that. So that's the point cloud you are getting. So the intensity point cloud you are getting. So you can see I can turn the transparency slider and make it appear in the background. And look at that. You see how does the intensity come in? It's pretty fantastic. I really love the rendering of art under a point cloud intensity. So I'm going to switch back to the map, and we are going to look at that, and you can see it's a pure point cloud. Even have the image of the character. So that was a model I bring from the 3D warehouse, and everything comes superb. Nice intensity, really a lot of detail from it. So I'm going to focus mainly on this wall, okay, so for some scanning, and maybe the underpath as well. And so like that at the end I could do like a scan inspection of this wall, okay? But let's do a bit of topographic work now. Do we want to do some topographic? Maybe I will do another video on that, okay? So I'm going to focus mainly on scanning this one, and on another video I will show the difference between scanning and doing the topographic, and as well how to merge both of them, because as you can see, I took detail of mainly the structure of the railway, but I did not capture anything from the curb, the road, the marking we have, and here there is quite a lot of detail, so that can be probably another feature, another demo video. So what I'm going to do, I'm okay with that. I'm going to say finish. I'm going to say measure, and or maybe I should measure as well. So a quick thing. So while we was scanning, I went at the back and did set up one of my tripod. The only problem, I'm not too sure what is the height of it. So what I can do, a quick secret, I'm going to say stake out, and I'm going to do a traverse, and I'm going to put 0. Okay, we're going to flip into the camera, look at it. So we can see that at the moment is aiming at the target. What I'm going to do, I'm going to point at it. Okay, and we are going to get our cut and fill. So he's going to tell me, actually, you know, because I measure it pretty well, and we can see even like the green light, green arrow showing me the distance, and I have a cut and fill of 1.542. So that means my target have a height of 1452. I think that was it. And so if I update it, no, I was wrong. Put it back to 0. Yeah, okay, 1542. 1.542. Boom. And now, boom, we are on point. So that means everything is doing pretty well. I'm not going to. I could measure it actually as a backside. Just. My list. No, that's not the one. List. This one. I'm going to say store, and I'm going to call it store as a check shot. Whoa. We have a slope distance of 41 million. Okay. Okay, so my horizontal distance might not be very good. I'm going to sprint there and try to move it. From that, I'm going to open the video as well. So move, okay. And so you can see I have the down-facing camera. Yeah, it seems to be good. So even on the measure, I'm going to measure it again. Still have a small misalignment there. Everything seems to be pretty well, so maybe it was my rod when I measured the point. What do you think? Okay. I will probably need to investigate. That could be part of the game, some of the error showing up. So I'm going to store it. I'm going to, no, not rename, store as a check. And that's it. Boom. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a new. So I'm going to say, because I'm not going to move my total station there. I said I was going to do a middle point, okay? So I'm going to say unconventional survey. And I'm going to run quickly at the middle. What I'm going to do right here, probably, I think better position might be, well, that's going to be tricky. Hopefully we can see the yeah, I might place it right there. So I was going to place it on the left side, but the problem, I'm very close to the wall, and I don't want that for my scanning. So I'm going to set up on the other side. Okay. So I'm going to place something right there. So you can do tools, tripod, and I'm going to switch. I'm going to put my SX. So it's picking my SX from there, placing there, and I'm going to run quickly to the back, and I'm going to set the target on top of it. Okay. Might pick a cone as well on the way. Oh, a small bug. That's okay. We are fixing this. And so now I'm going to go back, measure, and I'm going to do a resection this time. So I'm going to say yes. And I need to give a station name, so the 001. I'm not going to give any code. The height I'm going to put 0 because actually I'm over nothing. I could have placed a mark if I wanted, but I'm going to do nothing. And so what we are going to measure? We are going to measure my back, my first point, so this one. Okay, same out. This is going to be my back side. Let's switch. Attack. And that's it. I'm going to say measure. I'm going to now measure the second point. And I'm going to do a 180. We can see a couple of my monitoring target on the side. Right there. So I managed to do. I think there might be a collider blocking. Oh no, he's locking. Yeah, I think the character might be on the way. So let me take back my move the SX. Perfect. But that means, what does I need to do? Need to restart my resection. So SX resection, accept. This is my point right there, and we have oh sorry, that's my station setup. Accept, backside, up, and I'm going to say measure. Second backside. And we are going to flip. Lock onto the target, measure. Look at that. So we have an error on the horizontal distance. So it seems to be maybe there is a slight error when he places this over. Okay, so I know I have an error here. Unfortunately, this is maybe a game error. Okay. That's it. That's it. I know why. Hey, because the traverse, the traverse kit have a constant of 35. In reality, it's not. In the game, it does not have this value. So you can do a custom and put a constant of 0. Okay. Detail, and I'm going to say it custom 0. Look at that. You see how everything's got so much better. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Yeah. Hey, bingo, we troubleshoot the issue. What was the clue? The clue I had, 35 is not a big value, okay? So it says there in the field your tripod is not placed properly, something might have moved, or you probably get your wrong constants. And I know that there is some difference with the game. Some errors are happening where we don't have everything perfect. And the traverse kit, I know it's an old object that we have reused, and this case, it will not respect the truth or reality. So the best way, use a 0 on this one. Perfect. Okay, so we mentioned we wanted to do mostly scanning. So what I'm going to do now, we can see I'm set up right over here. And do you see how much data we already have on this side? That's plenty of information really for either modeling, but even for the inspection. The only problem maybe you will get on this one is the angle. So maybe if I switch to the camera, when you have the angle against the surface, a small error into the precision of your instrument. So every time, every instrument have a level of precision. So that's why it's quite important to look at that. But a small angle error, in this case, will have a big impact on the distance. So you might think you are over there, but you are actually like a second to the side, and that is reporting into between this point and this one to probably a couple of centimeters. So that's why I don't like really to scan too far away. Quite often on this one, I should have created a distance limit. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to scanning. Again, I'm going to use, let's say, the side-by-side, okay? Just to show a different function. Side-by-side is I want from here to there. Bottom one. Maybe I'm already doing the last one to be there, and the top will be there. Okay. Again, probably a better option would have been polygon, but have you see how quickly that was to create this this section. So we just mentioned about the angle. Quite often that is happening on the road, but now we have it as well on the wall because we are quite close. So I'm going to do a scan limit. and that's what you can do. So I'm going to, so it's not a limit on angle, it's a limit on distance, okay? But I know that anything which is close is going to be pretty well done. Anything which is far is going to have quite a lot of angle here. So I'm going to just put distance max. We have 14, I might raise it to 15. We can do as well measure, and it's going to update my distance 14. Perfect. Okay, it's going to be a quite nice overlap as well now. Okay, so let's get the scanning done, and we'll see you again on the other side. Okay, we're back into the live stream, and so now we got our scan data completed, and so you can see now certainly everything is quite densified quite a lot compared to before. What I'm going to show quickly, I'm going to color intensity. I'm going to say color scan, okay? Oh, sorry, no. I'm going to do station color. So like that, we can see the overlap between the previous scan, so the red one, and the current one. We can see it completely stopped the data right over there. And that was the reason, you remember, when we started the scan, we said limit of 15 meters. And that's exactly what we are seeing over there. So I have no data over there, so no overlaps. If I look over here, it's quite a bit of overlaps between the two data set. I can even zoom a little bit. So really a lot of spacing here. So you see there is a line of scan, and that there is also one from the current one we are doing. Looking into 3D, that's how it look like. With some overlaps on this side, and we can see that going through it. So I'm pretty happy about that. We can even see like all the color coming through that. It's really cool. I'm going to change it back to intensity. That's coming through. Every breaks, everything. The intensity is mostly made from angle and color. So it's a combination of these two. It's the reflectivity of the surface. It's not a true perfect one in the simulation, but it's pretty good. It's doing pretty well. So remember at the beginning we was talking about focusing on the scan inspection. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm actually going to create a region. So I'm going to hold here, and it's going to switch to a polygon, and I'm going to draw my polygon and say, yep, that's what I want. We are going to zoom into it. So we can see that's the selection I want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a special region, okay? And I'm going to call it wall. Now my idea is which direction is going to be? East. I think you should say normally west facing, west facing. Okay. And so now when you go to your scan, sorry, I might have clicked too fast. Oh, now I created the surface. No, I don't want this. Damn it. Okay, let's redo my selection. I'm going to do a simple one. Say yes. And I'm going to do another one right there to clean up a little bit, and I'm going to say remove that. Don't want it. So now that's what I clicked before. I want to create a region. So I have wall facing west. And now we can go to this one. I'm going to turn it off. And you're going to see. Bingo. So now we have just my wall. And what we are going to do is a quick scan inspection. Okay? So I'm going to say measure, Kogo, surface inspection. I want to do, first I'm probably going to do vertical plane. Okay? I'm not sure what is my wall, so I'm going to start by something simple. Probably going to move toward a close point there. I'm going to pick something at the base, this point. And I'm going to go to the other extreme, and I'm going to probably take this one. Okay? So I pick them at the base because usually that's what I align my wall, so I might see some tilt or anything like that. So really basic, we can pick one of the color. We can go to the intensity, so this one seems to be very tiny, so I might start by a segment. Okay, so I'm going to do a segment, and I do my first analysis. And so the reason I don't spend too much time in my first analysis is because I need to gather information on what am I going to do. Looking at it, you can see there is gradient happening there. So that means my wall is not perfectly straight vertical, but it seems to be tilting. So finally, I'm going to change my method. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do an inclined plane. But I'm still going to use the 2 points that I had at the base. And the next round, I'm going to pick a point somewhere there. And I'm going to calculate it again, right away. So like that, I gather really quick information on how is my wall. What does I notice? There seems to be two different type of wall, okay? It seems to be like right over here, there is something's going on. So I'm going to switch to AR, and I'm going to look at what's going on there. What does I see? We are on different wall, kind of. You can see how that is stepping. So let's go. Quickie. I'm going to sprint. Look at that. There is a step in the wall right here. And that seems to be because there is a connection between the two. You see? So everything was not lined up when it was built up. That gives me some new information. And actually, it's not going to be a one wall inspection, but actually two wall inspection. So I'm going back. I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to say, actually, that's what I want. As a point, you can still use this one. You see how much difference does that create into my inspection currently? So really it's important how you pick, what are the points you pick. Every time that I create a surface inspection, I do show what are my reference points to create this plane. So now we seem to have quite a lot of green, so we seems to be pretty much maximum to the 50, even 50 seems to be quite high. I can interrogate, so I'm going to pick a point there, and it's going to tell me 36. Okay, so it seems to be 50 might be a good value, maybe a more.
Okay, so the ID now, I'm going to really update this surface inspection, and I'm going to just take the positive. So we go back to the editing. I'm probably going to use one of the deviations. So there is already a positive one, which is part of the template. It's quite a large number, so I'm going to just edit this one. And I'm going to do a smooth transition as well. 5 millimeters, 10, we can do 15, we can say 25, 30, 20, 30, and I'm going to stick this one to 35, and this one to 40. So this is going to be my gradient. I probably want to have anything which is out. I'm going to put it to transparent. So that means, you know, when we add the wall right over here, this wall will appear transparent to me. Okay. Or you want to have this one orange and this one right. Yep, looks better. Oh, I even skip the, okay. 25, 30, anything which will be about will be transparent, and anything under will be transparent as well. To escape, and I'm going to change to positive. I'm going to say calculate. Okay, seems to be there is quite a few regions there which might either be below 0, above 0. So I might bring back these. We're going to edit that. Or you want to know what's under 0. So either I do your step, probably that would be better. I do 40, 30, 20. We can turn it to black. up to minus. Say green. We have quite a lot of differentiation here, and so when you go from 30 to 40, maybe 20 to 40, we will see not as many variation. We can really do it a hard one. I might just keep it as a smooth one. Okay, accept, and escape. I'm going to say calculate again. Voila. Okay. So now we can see we have quite a lot of information about this wall inspection. It's a really good detail. We can see that something is happening there, so I'm going to move there. We can observe. Usually what I will do, I will kind of the resolution of the image might not allow me to really see any kind of major issue. Okay. Yeah, the door come up pretty clear here. We have quite a bit of inspection. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to start creating a couple of measurements, okay? So all this wall seems to be pretty good. There might be something here, but main focus is going around here. So I'm going to pick some point. So I'm going probably to show one here. So 3 millimeter, one there. One here. One here. That's, I might add one here as well. That. See what's going on here. So this one will be quite interesting to see if it's kind of like, is there a crack in the wall? Then we can identify. Oh, look at that. There is quite a bit of pixels. This seems to be maybe something. It's hard to tell from that. It's in our case, it's probably just the mesh has been created. We can see then the triangulation. But if I was really seeing that into the field, I will try to put a couple of points, like maybe so close to this one, showing then suddenly bumping out. Add another one there, so we can see the sudden differentiation. This. We could potentially report something there. I think I might remove this one. That's a straight on the door. That's not what I want. There, maybe there, there, and there. Remove this one. Add this one. What do we have here? Just making sure I'm not going to click on some of this stuff. This is just features which are on the wall. It's not any significance, so I'm going to pick the one next. And now I'm going to go the other one, and everything seems to be pretty good. We can see some black here. That seems to be more the mesh in the world was created. I don't think it's that's quite interesting. You can see then there is a light here, and there seems to be a cable going there, so obviously I'm going to avoid that. All this stuff is pretty good. I'm going to keep it 5. I can probably start reporting that here, that here, that, and that. Oh, sorry, and that. Actually, you might want as well to pick close to where you have reference, just to show that this is actually the reference you had. That would be quite useful for your report. And I'm going to find the other one. Really the best would be really to show and display which point you have taken, but no, that's not possible in this case. But, and so we're quite happy by this, okay? This is probably the inspection you want to have, a good representation of point where the damage is happening, much less where damage. And what we can do, we can say take a capture and store this information. So when you capture, you have always the possibility to draw on it. You can do say at which point surface inspection inclined plane. So just people get the information. They know what you are wanting to do. And I'm going to say plane. Do that. And I'm going to store that, store. And so this inspection now is going to be tied to the report you can export. So let's go back to that, go to the surface inspection. And I'm going to change the setting, so I don't want to see it in red, I might want them in black. And so right away now we can see all our inspection with all the deviation. The way it's stored, so I'm going to escape. I'm going to pick a point, I'm going to review. And so the deviation is stored as a code. So we have all these values stored here, and you can always see them again. So really we have a pretty good analysis, and we can create a report. So let me show you how to create this report now. You go to the project and you are going to do an export. Inside the list you have a surface inspection report. Okay. Surface inspection report, and I'm going to do wall west facing, and I'm going to say accept. And so now we have a full a surface inspection created with all the information from our scan. So we had an image, took a couple of screenshots, which was included. There is all the points that I use for the inspection, so where are the location, but as well their color from the scale and their deviation. That's kind of very useful for anyone which need to share the report and really getting the clear picture of what are this issue and share it straight in the field. That's all. I mean, that's everything I wanted to show you for this demo. I could be carrying on a little bit on the survey, inspecting as well the other part of the wall. So I will probably do that and share the result into another video, or maybe if you ask me for some of the data. That's all. Thanks for this live demo. I know it was quite a long one, but I think it's really give an opportunity for people who have not done scan inspection at the moment, or a surface inspection, how to do that directly from the Trimble Access and doing that straight in the field. I will publish this data on the Learn platform as well, so any one of you can use them and join the course and practice all these different inspections. You tell me what you found, what you have, and at the end I could give you a grade for your training. That's all. Thanks for listening and see you next time.